All right, let's go. Hi, folks. Hey, welcome back to Hill Ascension. Good to see you all. Happy, what day is it? Thursday. Happy Thursday. Almost to the weekend. It's been a long week. I mean, it also, Halloween was part of it. So, naturally, I mean, that's always a bit of a wilder week, especially when it falls halfway through. Sister, good to see you. Shalom to you, too. How you doing today? So, we're back with more of this strange experiment wrapped in the Silent Hill franchise. KT Friends Online. Hey, how are you? Happy Thursday. How's your day going? And, gosh, I mean, I feel like, you know, my opinion on this, you know, seems to kind of like evolve as we watch more of this. I kind of liked what we saw yesterday. I know that it's become kind of the cool thing, you know, amongst a lot of content creators to hate on Silent Hill Ascension. And there are some things I don't like, and we will talk about those too. But I actually feel like this is kind of a really interesting little experiment. Vested Rider, hey, how are you? Welcome. Kind of an interesting little experiment in terms of live television, you know, and specifically, you know, how much control that an audience member can actually have over live television. Because, I mean, as much as, you know, we'd love to say you have full freedom to be able to do whatever you want, you can't really write a story with infinite outcomes, right? So, like, the more, especially something like a Silent Hill game, which, I mean, Silent Hill typically, you know, these are, you know, relatively well-written games, and so with that, you can't tell a story unless you know where it's going, right? So it's interesting to see how much freedom we do and don't have. You know, like in the very first scene, in the first episodes. I'm gonna go into spoilers here. You know, we had two people who were doing a ceremony where a demon was summoned, and you know, we could kind of choose what the character could do and how they could manage. But unfortunately, of course, the story needed that character to die. So I believe, hey, Sarah, how are you? Welcome. So I believe that there was probably no way that we could have saved her. I don't know that. Did I get my hands on Silent Hill Origins? Yes, I did. Yep, I got Silent Hill Origins. I have to set it up in the emulator because it's like a PS2 game. But yeah, I got a copy of that. So I have to assume that we're probably going to be the room on Saturday. So we'll be back at the normal time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then Sunday, assuming that's true, then Sunday we'll start Silent Hill Origins. And yeah, this is kind of like, that's where we kind of get off the Team Silent track and get into completely uncharted territory for me. So normally, you know, I really like to be able to sort of talk about lore and all that. But this time I'm going to be like, I don't know what's happening either. We'll figure it out. I'm excited, though. It'll be fun to get back to it. Speaking of Saturday, quick little plug, if you don't mind. So on the main channel, I do have a new video that is ready to go. I think I have a friend of mine who watches all my videos before I post them has it in her queue right now. So assuming that she tells me it's okay, and she's going to be a bigger part of this video than she usually is. So I'm excited. If you know the subject matter, you know why. Yeah, so that's going to be coming out. It'll be 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday. It'll drop then. So if you're subscribed to the main channel, definitely check it out. It's called I Can Fix Dead Space 3. We did this with the Callisto Protocol a few months ago, and it actually ended up being pretty fun to be able to say, like, is there a better story that you could have told than the one we got? You know, like, was the setting, like the setting and the characters and all that, if you took all them and you didn't like throw out locations and millions of dollars worth of work or whatever, and you actually like took the time to write a decent story, could you write a better one? And I think we did. And it's all subjective, of course. So I did the same thing with Dead Space 3. And you know, we kind of look at where it did well, where it didn't, and you know, what could have been improved, and was there something that could have been done to, you know, make the story a little stronger? And frankly, I'm really proud of it. So yeah, so that'll be out Saturday. In the meantime, let's sort of talk about what happened in prior episodes if you haven't seen, and make sure that we're all caught up. So Silent Hill Ascension is effectively, if you played a Telltale game, it's a lot like that. These are kind of like computer-generated cutscenes, which have some level of interactivity to them. And you get to decide, you know, you get to make certain decisions for the characters, and the story will, of course, change depending on how you do that. So yesterday there was about like a 15-minute episode. It wasn't very long. And it proposed a couple of questions. It also resolved a few of the questions that were outstanding. Let's talk about those. Just kind of see where we're at. So there's just a couple of quick storylines. Looks like there's kind of 3 of them right now. So there's Astrid. She's over in Norway. Rachel, who is in Pennsylvania. And another character named Toby, who is not on here yet. So far, Rachel and Toby's stories are interconnected. But Astrid's, right now, we don't entirely know how it connects. You have all the Walking Dead ones in the Game of Thrones one for Telltale. Oh, cool. Yeah, okay, so then you know. Yeah, I love the Walking Dead games. For Telltale. I'm like, the Borderlands one was really good too. The Batman one was good. Like, they actually, I mean, yes, they kind of did one thing and just ran it into the ground. And they kind of, I think one of the reasons they sort of ended up going bankrupt was their licensing deals were probably way too expensive. But at the same time, they did end up, wait, I'm gonna get our friends on TikTok on. They did end up creating a couple of really good games within that format. So, yeah, so we've got, okay, so we have Astrid. And so she is, let's see, her father, Carl, was caretaking her mother, Ingrid, I believe her name was. Ingrid had some horrible disease, and frankly, Ingrid was just a piece of work and really mean too. So, you know, Carl was taking care of her. Astrid left the 2 of them alone. Carl saw some kind of a demon outside. This is Silent Hill, of course. We still don't entirely know how the demons operate and how that world goes, how it kind of fits in with Silent Hill. He went outside to go look for it, came back, Ingrid is dead. Now, their family is kind of like, they're the town outcasts for some reason. We don't entirely know why yet. But Carl had a syringe that Astrid found. And it turns out Carl was giving her extra painkillers. Now, maybe because she really needed them, and maybe because he wanted a little peace and quiet. She really laid into him pretty hard in the first episode. So, you know, that leads Astrid to wonder, like, okay, did you give her too much on purpose? Did you give her too much on accident? Did this have nothing to do with her death? We don't really know. But yeah, so the police are looking into it, and they are going to do a tox screen on the wife. So, with that, let's go into these. One of the questions is, what is Astrid going to do with evidence of Carl's guilt? Now, Astrid doesn't know if the drugs contributed to Ingrid's death. They may very well not have. We don't entirely know. He was out demon hunting. He came back. She was dead. Now, here's how the voting works. So I have 2,000 influence points up here in the top right. Now, I can spend those to vote on the various, like, paths here. There's 3 paths. There's redemption, which is the good path. Suffering is, like, the mid path. And then damnation is the bad path. Now, so far, everyone's voting for turn it over to the police. Let's see. A couple things. John, what are my thoughts on Silent Hill 4? So far, I really like it. We haven't finished it yet. So I'm excited to see kind of where it goes. We're going to play it again on Saturday. Retroig, what is this? This is Silent Hill Ascension. The new episode comes out in about 10 minutes. Let's see. Ascension seems to build on the occult stuff from 1 and 3, less so on the personalized hell of 2. I would say that's probably fair. Yeah, I think, like, I believe, I don't know for sure, but I believe the Rachel Foundation, if you will ultimately become the cult. Because this all takes place before the events of Silent Hill. So the town has not fallen yet, is what I'm told. Cool. All right. So moving on to the next one. So we have Rachel. So Rachel is like a mid-level member of what's called the Foundation. They're a cult. They are involved all throughout the town. And she was helping a low-level member, complete a ceremony where, and unfortunately, the low-level member died. They summoned a demon. The demon got the low-level member. Her name was Joy. And so the elders are going to want to know what happened. How did things go wrong? Apparently, Joy was quote unquote had the blight. We don't know what the blight is, but apparently it's something that the Foundation feels like they need to cure. And so, you know, that we're gonna see whether or not Rachel explains Joy's death because she doubted herself, or because she's cursed, or because she's blessed. Tough to say. We don't know. So far, everyone's going because I doubt him. So far, for the most part, everyone has voted for the good path. John, you're saying the ghosts were kind of out of pocket for you. Yeah, I didn't love the ghosts in 4 so far, but yeah, and I hear it gets a little bit worse as the game goes on. So we'll see how that goes. I hope it'll be fun. Now, this is the only choice so far that has not gone down the good path, and I really want to see where this goes. So we've got, how will Toby respond to Joy's death? Toby was Joy's husband. So Joy, he's like also the town drunk. He's not very, he's not very well liked or respected in town. Taylor Mariah, how are you? So what Toby is doing, of course, he went off and he found out that Joy was dead, and of course went out and got drunk because that's what he does. Joy started appearing to him. Now, whether this was some kind of drunken hallucination or Joy's spirit is actually haunting him, we don't entirely know. And basically said, you need to go after the Foundation. They killed me. So Toby is one of the few people not part of the Foundation. So the town drunk is actually one of the few voices of reason in this town. So what is he going to do? He could demand answers. They're probably not going to give him any. Well, hello, I'm a goddamn cat. Nice to meet you. I'm doing great, Taylor Mariah. Thanks for asking. Let's see. There's get evidence, if he can find some evidence, or attack the Foundation. There was talk about burning the place down, and so naturally, everyone voted for burn the place down. So, we'll see if that happens. Now, we have a little bit of time. Up here, we have 6 days until that ends. So there's a lot that could happen. So we'll find out. And then this one is probably going to come up in today's episode. So Rachel was the one who summoned that demon on accident, right? And so she started seeing that demon around the house. So she panics and tells her husband, hey, get our daughter, her name's Faith, I think her name is, and we're going to go to the Foundation and hang out there. So they're trying to figure out, what do we tell our daughter, who are basically pulling out of bed in the middle of the night saying, we need to go away right now. This one doesn't seem to have as much impact, but it's like, we could have said we're having a sleepover, but apparently the Foundation doesn't like lying to children. So they want to tell a Foundation story, but those apparently they're pretty brutal stories, and they're kind of like, I don't know if we want to tell that, or if we're just gonna say, yo, I'm your mother, oh baby. So it looks like we're going with the middle path here, Foundation story. So we'll see. So that's gonna happen here pretty soon. We're gonna go live in about 3 minutes. Now, similar to any other live service game you've seen, there is this extra currency, the influence points, and you do have things like if you log in on a regular basis, you get stuff. Yeah, and then it is going to help inch up your season pass and all that. I did get the season pass just because I was going to be streaming this. You do not need it. Do not buy the season pass. It's all cosmetic nonsense. Anyway, all right, yeah. So now it's going to keep adding extra influence points to my total here, and eventually get me some kind of cosmetic nonsense. So yeah, let's see. Okay, we are about almost there, live in tune. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna turn off the music and get this back on, and we'll let's see, we'll watch the next episode as it goes on and just kind of see where things lead. But yeah, there's also little activities you can do in the Arcane Library. So you don't have to spend money to get influence points. Naturally, it is the fastest and most convenient way to do so. So yeah, it is, some folks have kind of said that, they don't really love that. I don't know if the game, so far, I've always had plenty of influence points. I did also get the season pass, so it might be because of that. I haven't heard of anybody running out or anything like that, where they hit a point where they felt like they had to spend money to keep things going. Now, will we eventually get there? Potentially. Who's to say? But so far, everyone's been able to participate for free, as far as I know. So it seems like every day they're going to release some amount of content. I don't know if it's going to be the same, 14 minutes or so, like before. But this is only day 3, and a lot can happen between now and then. Apparently, this is going to be going on for months, so we'll see. I don't know that let's see. I'm kind of curious to see how invested everybody gets over that amount of time. But it'll be interesting to see how this ultimately ties into apparently the before canon of Silent Hill. Alrighty, cool. Okay, well, I think we voted on everything yesterday, so I think we're all locked in. I think I also voted with. I asked chat what they wanted. I think we said Foundation story as well. So we went with that, and I don't know. They might pose some more questions. Yesterday's episode, they resolved one vote, and then they added a new one as well. So we'll see where this goes. Now it looks like for today, I'm seeing, somebody with a microscope here. So I'm willing to bet we're going to see more of the Astrid subplot, which we didn't get too much of. But I'd be curious to see if it does happen. Okay, we got a few predictions going on here. You wonder if Dean and Sam Winchester would survive Silent Hill. Who are Dean and Sam Winchester, John? I don't think I know those characters. All right. Oh, man, it's almost time. Okay. We'll dig into, what's the new thing in here? There's more mindfulness in here. So there's additional little exercises you could do. One thing that was super cool, you could play guitar as an activity, and you ended up playing some of the classic Silent Hill themes. I really appreciated that. That was a nice touch. Oh, that's from Supernatural, Taylor. Okay, gotcha. All right, here we go. All right. Mother's medicine. Astrid analyzes the evidence at her lab in the hospital. Oh, so this is Astrid analyzing the evidence while she gets news of Orson's violent behavior at school. I think Orson is her son. She has a very young son. All right, now they actually, if you guys can see over here, they disabled the chat, and now you can only put in icons. The chat was pretty wild. All right, so we got...
Structurally, the liquid in the syringe appears to be an opiate. Morphine? She wasn't prescribed morphine.
No. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Astrid. This is Mrs. Staubig. I'm one of Orson's instructors.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, they really did, Al.
Not. There was an altercation between some of the kids today. It's hard to say who started it, but Orson bit another student.
Ow.
I'm afraid you're going to have to keep him home until...
It's hard to say.
Hi, Baldhead Frenchie.
Orson could have been pushed or provoked. Maybe it was self-defense.
Yeah.
We have a very strict policy about violence. Regardless of how it started, we're suspending Orson for a few days. I'm sorry.
Okay, not great news.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yeah, you did, apparently.
Got the report on the C1 cultures you wanted.
Oh, what you got?
Everything okay?
Some drama at Orson's school. Apparently he misbehaved. But it could have been the other kids who started.
We haven't
it,
spent
for
much
all I
time with
know.
Orson. I don't really know Orson well.
If you let him off easy now, it'll just lead to more bad behavior down the line.
Sounds like my mother. If anyone in my family stepped even a toe out of line, we never heard the end of it. I never wanted that for Orson. And he's so
I know, Matt. Yes, it is on my
impressionable
YouTube
at this
channel.
It takes a lot of work to not become our parents.
age. Maybe I'll just give
How
him a
will
good
Astrid
talking to.
react to her son
In
biting
my
another child?
experience,
Okay.
Lectures are sometimes not enough. In one ear, out the other.
Oh, what do you
What would
want
you
then?
do?
Something he'd understand.
Okay, that's
Like
not so
taking away
bad.
his toys.
He'd hate it. And I'm not sure I could handle the tears.
We all have to learn that actions have consequences.
Yeah. Sure, of course, no, Matt. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, it's if you follow the link in my bio, it'll take you to my streaming channel, and that's where it all is. The first 2 episodes. Okay, so we're probably got to figure out how she's going to punish Orson, who is this kid here, I believe. Yeah, they took away the chat. Like, there was, I mean, I'm pretty sure it filtered, like, the really bad words out of there, but, you know, it's the internet. People know how to get around that.
Orson, how about something to eat, yeah? We have,
Okay, this is Carl.
Oh. Eva. When did you get here?
No.
Mama kicked me out of the house again. Okay if I stay?
Yeah, of course. What do you have there, Lilleven? You got in a bit of trouble at school, I hear. Well, we'll stay out of trouble here, won't we?
He beat someone, huh? When I was his age, I used to bite kids at school too.
Grandpa? Where's Grandma?
Am I enjoying the series, Vested Rider? I am, yeah, it's interesting.
You haven't told him?
Yes, John,
He was
it is a
his
new series
age
based on
when I
Silent
lost
Hill.
My grandma. My papa's mama. Oh, he was so sad. He didn't come out of his room for a week. That made Mama angry. I kept asking why Papa was so sad, and that made her even angrier. So finally she told me
What did she tell you?
what she thought I needed to hear.
Okay.
Grandpa? Where's Grandma?
You know that your grandma loves you very much, right? Just like I love you. And your mama does too.
Where did she go?
Oh, you're gonna have that talk.
You see, Lilleven, Grandma... She died.
Am I going to die too?
Well, depending on how we're voting, maybe.
Time.
I don't think I want to.
Don't worry about that now, Lillivan. Can you watch him a moment? Orson? Grandpa's going out to check on the farm.
Oh, last time you went out to check on the farm, people died.
Playing with your toys for a few minutes.
I'll play with Zane.
Would anyone have played the VR Silent Hill if Konami didn't cancel it? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Duchess. Okay. All right. So Carl's going to go out. All right. What is Rachel going to tell her frightened daughter? Looks like she's going to get a foundation story.
Mommy, I don't like it here.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't like it here either, kid.
I promise we'll go home soon. We just need to be here for a little while.
I'll go grab the rest of our things.
We set up some cots in the meeting room. You and Eric can...
I don't want to stay here.
Well, we're having a sleepover at Mommy's work tonight. Just like we do at Grandma's. You can stay up late and play with your toys, but only if you're very brave.
Aww.
Okay, Mommy.
We don't keep the truth from our children. Lies, even small ones, breed blight.
Okay, so this is our first mention of blight in a while.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want her to be
It's
scared.
apparently what Joy had.
I saw something again tonight.
The purifier?
I don't know what it was. Xavier, I'm afraid. Not just for me, but for my family, too.
It almost seems like she gave her the sleepover answer, which is weird, because that's not what
You are
won.
a walking miracle. The purifier would never let anything harm you.
What about Eric? What about her? Maybe Krista's right. Maybe I am cursed.
Krista is wrong. I'm sure of it.
But how do you know?
This is
How do
for the
any of us
upcoming
know if
choice.
any of this is true?
The elders will help us make sense of all of this. Rachel, we love you. And we would never let anything happen to you or your family. You believe that, right?
Sure. You could definitely stop the demons.
Good.
Absolutely.
Get some rest.
Yeah, it almost feels like we got a different version of that, because like one of the choices was, you know, tell her we're having a sleepover, and it's kind of what she ended up doing, which is an odd one. Resident Evil 8 had elements of Silent Hill. A little bit, John. Let's see. Someone to watch over me. Okay, story complete. All right, featured characters, Eric. Now, Eric is Rachel's husband. Okay. Now, up next, Endure Day 1. But we already, let's see. We had Carl had an Endure segment already. So this is where there's like some extra QTEs that you have to do. And they're a little challenging, believe it or not. Like, they themselves aren't that bad, but it feels like it's kind of punitive. Okay, this is what Carl saw last time he went outside to the farm. And there was some monster that showed up, and then we kind of had to do QTEs. The QTEs are a little intrusive just in that, like, you can't really watch what's going on screen and do them. Yeah, we had this thing show up. So I guess this thing was what was haunting him earlier. Ugh. Gross. Oop. Oh, wow. Okay, that's, yeah, it feels like if you don't do everything perfectly, it's scored, like, your score drops significantly. Oh, I missed something. You gotta do those. And then kind of hit that target. But yeah, if you don't do it perfectly, you lose. Now, both here's my score and here's the community score. So far, neither me nor the community have ever actually finished positive. We've always lost. Let's see how we do this time. Okay, so I have, like, I'm kind of right on the line. I'm doing a little better than the community as a whole. Oh, thank you for the TikTok likes. Okay, now we're in the positive. I have blue for, like, the first time. But I gotta keep it up. Ooh. Did we see this last time? I wonder if this is new. He's giving off, you're gonna eat your cornbread vibes. Oh, I would eat my cornbread if that guy had an opinion about it. Okay, so far so good. Oh, I said that. No. There we go. Yeah, I think we saw something very similar to this on day 1. Uh-oh. Alright. This monster looks like the personification of Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, right? If Thanksgiving dinner was all just kind of baked together one casserole, maybe. Whoop. Okay, we're actually doing a lot better on QTEs now. I'm going to say that and then just completely bone this. More of these. All right. Ugh. Okay. Oh God, more of these. All right. Gotta say, I don't love Carl's farm. Whatever is going on here, I kind of feel like he needs to move. I'm sure his property values are going to dip, and he's going to take a hit, like, in the sale, but it would be worth it. Right. Oh, the community's up? Okay, all right. So far, the community might pass, too. Yeah, seriously, time to change crops, indeed. All right. I mean, if that worked, good for you, bud. Okay, did we both pass? I passed. Community's on pass. I don't know if we're done yet, though. Let's see. Lots of hooks. Okay, we all succeeded. Hey! Hang on. We need a little bit of, yeah, do that. Okay, so we've never had a succeed before. I don't know what happens also if you split the two. Okay, why did mine all just go down to complete and utter fail? I don't know why. That was so trippy. Yeah, it kind of was, Vested Rider. Yeah, it's a little buggy tonight. Well, thank you, Vested Rider. I appreciate that. Ooh. Okay, we didn't see this before. This is new. Alright, so Carl said he was going to go check on the farm. Wakes up in the midst of all that. And leaves. Is this more? Oh, there is. Oh, thanks for the TikTok likes, everybody. Oh, boy. Okay, we got more QTEs. Boom. This is the most proud of myself I've ever been for mouse clicking. Ooh. Who is this? Okay. What is going on this farm? Excellent question, Baldhead Frenchie. I don't know. Okay. All right, so Carl is out of whatever that is. And we have found somebody. The scores are still up here, so I don't know if I have more. Oh, now we're talking. I don't know how much buckshot is in that thing, but that's going to even the odds a little bit. Where's Pyramid Head? Excellent question, Nomad. But I think Pyramid Head is unique to James, though. I don't know if we'll get something different that's unique to Carl. Ooh. Oh, the dogs with the split heads again? This is like the Velociraptor scene from Jurassic Park. Ooh. Uh-oh. All right. Let's kick that thing off. I'm not sure if they've turned down the difficulty of the QTEs or we all just got better over the last couple of days. All right. Sit, dog. Gonna spend the night outside with behavior like that. All right. This is a long sequence this time. Oh, God. Ugh. All right, so he's on the Ishimura now, I guess. Ugh. Okay. Pyramid Head is too iconic for Konami to not keep using him. I mean, yeah, I am kind of surprised they don't bring him out more often. I know he shows up in at least one more of the non-Team Silent games. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it might be Homecoming. Ugh. Man, I would burn this farm to the ground. I don't care if it's been in your family for generations. Nobody needs to live here. Ooh, language, Carl. Oh, let's see if we can bust this thing down together. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Okay. You think you hear a siren going off? Oh, that would be neat if they used that to tie that back to the games. Okay, we succeeded again. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little bit more explanation about how this is ultimately going to tie into Silent Hill. Okay, this is the hospital. This might be where Astrid works, but obviously not this version of it. Okay, failed to endure. No, I think this is a little bug today. Cuz we succeeded both times. Carl did not fail to endure. Huh. Interesting. Does that? And that's it. All right. Well, that's a bit of an odd one because, it really felt like, we'll go into the choices in just a bit. But yeah, it felt like there was kind of two moments, like Carl's thing felt very much like it was the first days. And also, we succeeded this time. We didn't succeed in the last round, but or the first time we did this, but like this time, both I succeeded and the community succeeded, and Carl still lost hope. So I think it might be a little buggy. I also kind of feel like they played the wrong choice for Rachel. We did our best. Yeah, it's just we did everything we were supposed to do, right? Yeah, Baldhead Frenchie, I agree with you. Like, there's a bug somewhere. So yeah, she also kind of, she told her daughter we were having a sleepover, which was not what everybody picked. How long is this going to be? So Nomad, this is supposed to go on for several months. I keep using words like interesting to describe it because like I still don't know if I like it. I think there's a lot that I do like about it. I think there's other things I'm kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, but let's go into here. Let's go into decisions and see. All right, we've done this one. What's the new one? How will Astrid? You mostly look forward to the narrative. Yeah, sister. I'd love to see like what this ultimately becomes, because clearly, if they're going to do this for several months, they have to have some kind of an overarching idea of where this is going to go and how this is going to fit into everything. So I'm hoping that that they're able to pull that off. Hey, more TikTok likes. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. So how will Astrid react to her son biting another child? Let's see. Every day. Yeah, Nomad every day, apparently. Let's see. So blame the other kid, lecture him, or take away his toys. What do you all think? If we blame the other kid, stand by our son, we lecture him, be like, no, you cannot bite people. That is not how we solve problems. Or do we like, take away his toys? What do you guys think? I don't know. I kind of feel like, okay, trying to put myself in her shoes. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so Sista says lecture him. Math professor says take away toys. Baldhead Frenchie, you said lecture him. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to at least lecture him. Right? Otherwise, like, you could blame the other kid, but you don't know either way. And, as much as, he might have been provoked and all that, then, okay. All right, Game Tape Friends Online and Nomad both say blame the other kid. Ooh, I don't know. All right, that is 2 votes for blame the other kid, 2 for lecture, and 2 for take away toys. Oh, no, sorry, 1 for take away toys. Okay, Vested Rider says lecture him. All right, so that's now the winner so far. That's 3. Anybody else? Duchess says lecture. Okay. All right, so we'll go with lecture. So I'm going to go ahead and commit 200 influence points to lecturing him. So this is my my total here, and then this is, of course, all of the points that are being applied by everyone who just watched that episode. And this is going to go on for 23 hours. So theoretically, this is going to get resolved tomorrow. In the next episode, is that she will then either lecture him or do any of these, but it looks like lecture him is winning out. Let's see, is there anything else that is going to happen soon? Okay, so that's the only one that's going to get resolved tomorrow. However, it looks like Saturday's episode is going to cover both, what does Astrid do with the evidence that Carl was giving Ingrid morphine. And then how will Rachel explain Joy's death to the elders? So I feel like that's going to be a big one. Now, we're going to be streaming. It's about 1 o'clock here when I start. So we have about 5 hours. I don't know how much longer Silent Hill The Room is. Hopefully we'll be done by then, and then we can just jump right into this. So hopefully we'll be able to pick that up here and then see some more of this. I think I got all my goals. I did contribute IP to a decision. All right, now I have 4,700 influence points that I can use. Where am I? Oh yeah, sure. I'm in San Francisco, Baldhead Frenchie. I'll be done Saturday for The Room. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought that because it was like because the numbers keep counting to what I think is 21, and we're already at 19. So there's 2 more victims, and then whatever happens if we hit 21. It's 9 p.m. there in NYC. Awesome. Yeah, it's just getting dark here. It's about like a few minutes before 6:30 here on the West Coast. All right. Let's see. Anything else that we should touch on while we're here? And then so that'll be you also if you do need it, there are the backup episodes as well. So you can either if you missed an episode or anything like that, you can also watch all the scenes from tonight. So we have these ones here too, and then you can watch the full episodes as well. I also have them on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching on TikTok, the link to my YouTube channel is in my TikTok bio. If you click on my TikTok bio, you can pop on over there. I have the episodes from the last 2 days saved, and then this one will be saved as well, of course. So that'll be available for us. All right. Well, I feel like we got a pretty good sense of kind of like where some of this is leading, but I'm still so curious to see. So, for instance, like Carl has this farm where apparently he keeps ending up, in some kind of like industrial abattoir, like outside of a Saw movie or something like that, with big demons running at him. Now, are these in his subconscious? Is he dreaming? Is this actually happening and he's for some reason just not talking about it? I don't know. And that's kind of one of the things where I'm sort of like, I sort of hope they're going to explain that at some point, and it's not just creepy demons show up because, I don't know, we need something for you to run away from. But so far, they've done a good job kind of building suspense. I'm really curious to see what happens once we get to Toby, who we did not see today, when Toby starts to take his like vengeance out on the Foundation. And I think when we look at, oh yeah, it was right there. Sorry, I missed it. Here, let's just go in. It was this one. Yeah, how will Toby respond to Joy's death? Now, as we saw here from before, we're still on the damnation path, but redemption is still kind of kicking up there as well. So it really could go either way. I don't know where this is going to go. But hopefully we get to see something going down the damnation path. You think I'm about 40% done with? I'm about 40% done with the room. Okay, cool. All right. Well, then hopefully we'll be able to zip through it and get done with it by in about 5 hours, and then we can just jump right into the next episode of this. Now, the other thing is, of course, these episodes are available to watch whenever. So, like, if we needed a little bit more time, we'd be able to get it. We'd be fine, Yeah. So I think that looks like that's about it for today. So what we'll do is, of course, tomorrow we'll be back here starting about 5:45 Pacific time, and we'll catch up on Friday's episode. And then, of course, after that, it seems like Saturday is going to be a big deal. So I hope you join me for The Room for some more of Silent Hill 4 on Saturday at 1 p.m. And then, of course, we'll play this at 6 p.m. Yeah, about 5:45 p.m. Pacific time. Baldhead Frenchie, thank you for confirming that. I'll be here. It'll be about 8:45 Eastern time. And of course, the episodes release at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we usually do like a little bit of a pre-show and some recaps and talk about anything that's going on the platform, and just to make sure everyone's all caught up. But yeah, all right. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. It's always a ton of fun to see you all. This daily streaming thing is kind of new and different. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the series. I'm going to be doing this, I think, at least for like the first week or so, and then let's see how people like this and if people are coming back and all that, and if people are still enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. All right, folks, have yourselves an excellent rest of your night, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.